Good evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I realized I did not share with you guys upstairs any of the work that we've gotten done recently, because we've been priming the walls upstairs, but I haven't showed you guys, I think, since we finished I showed you guys some of the drywall upstairs being done, but I don't think I showed you guys all of it. And I haven't showed you guys, like I said, since that's been finished. And we started priming the walls too, but that you really can't tell like a whole ton. I mean, it's a little bit noticeable, but you can't see that much compared to like the wall, like the drywall's white anyway. So when you're priming it, you can't really see that much of a difference. You know, like it just doesn't feel different. You notice that it's a different, especially too, like where they fill in, like, you know, the screws or whatever, you know, like that kind of stuff. They like tape it and then mud it. Like you can tell a difference like in the mud part versus like just the regular like drywall. And then when you actually prime over it, it's all like one color. So you can kind of see, like I said, a difference in there. But again, it's not like the room doesn't feel different because there's no paint or anything like that. But unfortunately, we didn't really get to any work today because my dad actually got home from work late. Normally he gets home like before 3 o'clock. Today he got home like well after 3 o'clock. Like it was like 3:30 or later, and I think I went out in the living room to go and ask my mom, and I was like, was he going to like go pick something up or something like that? I guess he just got back from work late today. But he actually, it was funny too. He probably came home like 5 minutes though after I went out in the living room and asked my mom like when he was going to be home. But the other thing that was kind of tough too is Jack had a big project that he was working on for today. Well, he was working on it last night, and then he kind of had an unforeseeable problem a little bit like late last night when I was getting ready for bed. Basically he was like a film class kind of thing that he was doing, and he needed to take pictures that were like doing like a stop motion kind of thing. I think that was what the project was. He was taking the pictures, but right before he went to bed, he was like, I realized my camera does not have like an SD slot. He couldn't get the pictures off of the SD card and get them onto his computer. So I was like, you know what, you might be able to just plug the, like, we were going through a couple different things, and I was like, I don't have any space on like my computer to download the photos for you and then move them onto like a flash drive, because I don't have any space on my flash drive left to be able to do that and then like let you use it just straight off the flash drive, because he has like a USB, but he doesn't have an SD card, you know, like reader on his laptop, and he doesn't have it on his own old Chromebook either. So I was like, okay, a little bit of a problem. So I was like, I can't do that for you, because my MacBook has, I think maybe even my PC that I have as well also has an SD card reader, but I know for sure my MacBook does, because that's how I got all my footage off. So I was like, I could try that, and then I was like, I have literally no space on there right now, and I don't know how many pictures he took, and they're probably all really, really big right now too, because he was using my mom's like DSLR camera to take the pictures. And I was like, so we're probably like, you know, it's gonna be kind of difficult to try and you know, like I might not have enough space. I might have like 3 gigabytes left in it, and I don't know, like I said, depending on how many pictures he took, it could have been way more than that. So but last night we figured out, I was like, you know what, let me see, you might just be able to plug the camera, like we need a cord though, plug the camera with the SD card already in it just straight into your computer through the USB. And so thankfully, I'm so happy, I organized all the cords that were in the laundry room. I think when we were clearing out the upstairs, like there was a whole bunch of like extra cords that were like for like video game stuff and like all those kind of things, and like people just had like random, like, you know, again, cords for phone chargers, you know, that kind of thing. I organized all of them in the laundry room, and so when I saw my mom's camera, I was like, oh, I know exactly which one that is. I was like, I got some in the laundry room. So I grabbed that, got it for Jack. He was able to get all the pictures downloaded, which was awesome. It worked. However, then he ran into another problem today, because to change the settings though on my mom's camera, and I believe in doing so he accidentally ended up changing the format on the pictures. And so instead of them, I don't know what they were in, but they were supposed to be in JPEG and they were not. And so basically he had to convert all of the pictures that he took, which like I said was in stop motion that he was doing, so it was probably at least like 100+ pictures that he took. He had to convert all of them over into JPEG on his computer. So he was doing that like all day today, before he could actually like get the video and like edit it and everything like that. So and then his project was due today, so he was like working on that too. And yeah, it was a bunch of unforeseeable problems too. And the other problem we were having yesterday was that he was trying to get all the settings right on my mom's camera, and like he was just having a lot of trouble with that too. So he had a bunch of problems with all of it, but it's good. It got done today, which was awesome. But again, he faced a lot of, you know, like I said, extra time kind of wasted just because of all of the extra things that weren't going as planned. So today, like I said, it took him a long time. He was working on that for like forever today, between the actual editing and getting all the pictures converted and everything like that. So we didn't have time like during the day today, but then in the evening, because my dad got home late, we were grilling for dinner tonight, because I kind of want to get some of the frozen, like not frozen dinners, but like the grilled dinners, like, you know, I have like got hamburgers and brats, and I might have pork chops outside. I don't know if I do, but like that kind of stuff, I want to try and use a lot of that up so that I don't have any like leftover from this year to try and use like for next year. I might leave like whatever I bought most recently, like as far as hamburgers and like a package of brats go, only because like we might, if it like gets really nice and warm, you know, again on a even though like that stuff can stay in the freezer, but like if we have a nice day in like March, or sometimes too we try and grill for New Year's, because Jack just thinks it's hilarious to try and grill when it's normally like really cold outside. He's like, no matter what, even if it's snowing on New Year's Eve, we have to grill for dinner. Like it's his new tradition. He started it like 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago or something like that. But that's just his thing. He gets a kick out of us grilling on New Year's and going out in the cold and doing it. So I don't know, like I said, it's Jack. That's his thing. So we, like I said, try to have like a little bit left over, but I have a lot that's out there, and I know that it will probably be a lot of like leftover like into like next year, next grilling season. But again too, like up until March, a lot of that stuff will still stay good out in the freezer. You know, even April, May, you know, even June and stuff like that. Some of the stuff that I bought won't even be a year old, because some of it I bought like at the end of like this season. Like I bought some up until, again, probably a few weeks ago. I think back in, again, the end of October or whatever it was, I got deals on some hamburgers and stuff like that. So again, some of those things I don't, you know, don't need to try and use up, but some of the stuff, like I said, I have a lot out there and I just want to get some of it at least used up. So I was going to do brats today because we had a package of hamburger or hot dog buns, and then do burgers on hamburgers on Wednesday, because my parents are going out and they're going to pick the paint color tomorrow, and they're going out, I think, to eat on like a date night and to go and pick colors for the room upstairs. But so because of that though, I wanted to grill tonight, and my dad wasn't able to help work upstairs, and I told you guys how I can't pour the paint out of the primer out of the 5-gallon bucket upstairs. So I wasn't able to like work on my own either today, because again, Jack was busy with his project, and then my dad got home late and then was grilling. And so if I had been making dinner and like been making something, then I wouldn't have been able to help. But at the same time too, like my dad wasn't able to do anything, so we weren't able to really get to any of the upstairs stuff today. But it's also tough too, like I don't like doing like extra stuff on Monday, because Monday's always my day to get back into things. Like that's when I try and do dishes and laundry and get caught back up with doing editing and, you know, uploading, all those kind of things like on a Monday, because I normally don't do it over the weekend. So I try and, again, and not that I don't do it. I did do laundry, I think, on Saturday or whatever, you know, so like sometimes I will still, again, sporadically do it, but it's not like my top priority. Like I have other project things. I do that stuff on the weekends, and then, you know, when everybody's here and we can all help with it, and then the things that I need to do more myself, I try and do during the weekdays. But again too, I get caught back up with that stuff normally on Monday, so sometimes it's more difficult for me to try and also plan around getting, you know, like I said, other project stuff done too. And like I said, just with everybody else's schedule, everybody was also kind of getting back into like things today too, like I said, with Jack and getting getting his project done and school and stuff like that. But then he has his like day classes tomorrow, where he's got 3 of his classes like but they're all over before 3 o'clock. So by the time my dad gets home, he should be done, and then we should hopefully all be able to possibly go upstairs and do some more of the priming, or at least me and my dad, hopefully, even if Jack can't, even though again too, I don't think Jack has any classes after 3 o'clock, but again, we should be able to hopefully get some of that stuff kind of done and taken care of tomorrow. So anyways though, hopefully maybe tomorrow I'll be able to share with you guys some of that from upstairs. But if you guys did enjoy today's vlog, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.